There were 5 beings: the son of fire, whose name is Hashjeshin, but we'll just call him the son of fire, the first man, the first woman, Coyote Man, and Begochitty. Begochitty was the great god whose mother is a ray of sun and whose father is the daylight. The first world was very dark. Begochitty started creating this world by building a white mountain in the east, a blue mountain in the south, a yellow mountain in the west, and a black mountain in the north. On the side of the east mountain, he planted bamboo. The side of the south mountain, he planted big sunflowers. On the side of the west mountain, he planted reeds. And on the side of the north mountain, he planted small sunflowers. In the center of the earth, he made a red mountain. He also created red, black, and gray ants that would inhabit this world. Begochitty then created the first law. The son of fire asked Begochitty why there could only be one law and why he wasn't allowed to make laws of his own. Begochitty just replied, "I made the law and there should be no other." The son of fire got angry with this and decided to burn the things that Begochitty created, including the world. Begochitty then told the beings to go to the side of each mountain and retrieve what was planted there. They grabbed the bamboo from the east, the big sunflowers from the south, reeds from the west, and the small sunflowers from the north, and piled them into the center by the red mountain. He then stuck the bamboo into the ground and it started to grow. He gathered all the beings and creatures into the bamboo and climbed it higher and higher up into the second world. First the ants came out, then the beings, then the son of fire last. When he got out, the son of fire blew on the hole separating the 2 worlds 4 times, and it closed. The first world kept burning as the hole closed, and it is still burning to this day. Begochitty started this world by once again creating mountains. He built a white mountain in the east, blue mountain in the south, yellow mountain in the west, and black mountain in the north. In the center of the earth he made a red mountain. Begochitty then created bees and wasps to inhabit the world along with them. He also created male and female twins. The son of fire did not like this world or these creatures. He decided he wanted to kill the male twins. Begochitty replied, "Why not kill both the male and female twins?" Begochitty then made the second law. In response to the Fire Son's displeasure, he killed both sets of twins to start over. He started with the males and slit them from the neck down, then the females and slit them from the feet up. He cut up the males into small pieces and put them back into each of their heads. He did the same with the females. Begochitty then put bamboo in the mouths of each twin. After the males, clouds began to form. After the females, grass began to grow. Begochitty, using another piece of bamboo, blew a spirit into each of the twins. This caused rain to come down from the clouds, letting beautiful flowers grow in the grass. This made all of the beings and creatures in the world very happy. Everyone then wanted to go to each mountain and live near the beautiful flowers. Begochitty and the son of fire both said no. They were allowed to go see them, but not live with them. The beings and creatures would not accept this, so the son of fire threatened to burn the water falling from the clouds. The beings and creatures did not stop, and so the son of fire started to burn the water, which led to the world catching fire. Begochitty then gathered everyone back into the bamboo stick planted in the center of the red mountain, and they climbed up into the third world.
The third world was the yellow world. All plants, mountains, and clouds from the second world were planted in the third world. Begochitty created the water meeting place, the crossing waters, and the red mountain turtle in the middle. There was red turtle in the east, red thunder in the south, red otter in the west, and red water monster in the north. Within the White Mountain was the blue, black, yellow, and white cyclones and hail of 4 colors, with the white thunderbird on top. The Son of Fire created the crow and the magpie. Begochitty made the hummingbird and the turtle dove. Trees and all kinds of animals, birds, bugs, fish, worms, and everything were created. The wolf and mountain lion were the kings of animals, and the oriole and mockingbird were the kings of the birds. Begochitty created 4 men and 4 women, the 4 colors of corn, then language. The mountains gave light where there was no sun or moon. The Navajos were the originals, and Begochitty then created the Hopis, Zunis, and the Taos, and all lived together. The first marriage took place, where the man and wife ended up fighting, which led to the separation of men and women, where they lived on opposite sides of the river. The men flourished and the women suffered, and to become united again, the third law was created. All male shall rule, and whatever your chiefs say, that must be done. A mysterious baby had been found in the water and taken by the coyote, which led to the great storms coming. Everyone rushed to get inside the big reed to flee the next world. The locust chief was the one who first got to the fourth world. The locust came up through the crust and then through mud and water, for water covered the whole fourth world. Over the fourth world was flying a great white bird. The great bird asked the locust, "Where did you come from, and who are you?" To show the locust his power, he took his arrow and swallowed it, and then drew it out again, and asked the locust if he could do anything like that. And he answered the great bird, "Yes, I can do that. Watch me." And he thrust his arrow through his heart and drew it out again, saying to the bird, "Can you do that? I have more power than you." So the bird was frightened and flew off to the east and was not seen again. Then a bunch of birds came out of different directions, all trying to do weird stuff with arrows, the bird swallowing them and the locust thrusting his arrow into his heart. From the south came a bluebird, who failed to overpower the locust, and the bluebird flew back south. A great yellow bird from the west tried to show off to the locust, again to no avail, so the yellow bird flew west. From the north came a white bird, and guess what? He couldn't beat the locust either, so yeah, you get the point, he flew back up north too. While all of this was going on, people were still in the bamboo from the third world, and they started getting nervous because they didn't know what was going on with the locust. When the locust came to talk to those people, he told them he had a tough time getting to the fourth world and the trials with the birds. Begochitty then went up to the fourth world himself and landed on a pile of mud, which turned out to be the center of the world. He noticed a blue cloud to the south, a yellow cloud in the west, a white cloud in the north, and he actually traveled to each of these clouds on a rainbow lightning that he had made. Begochitty then got himself into this tug of war with another god as they shook the earth and created rivers. But the water that ran off turned out to be the oceans, and then the mud that was left over turned to a crust when Begochitty blew over everything. He finally went back to the people in the bamboo, who were so happy to see him and were delighted when he told them the world was now beautiful and good. But he noticed a problem. The water from the third world came up into the hole after the people, and Begochitty saw it and asked, "What is the reason that the water keeps coming up?" The water wouldn't stop coming up, so they blamed Coyote to be the cause of it. Coyote opened his white robe and showed the strange-looking baby he had stolen. Begochitty took hold of the baby and threw it into the hole to the lower world, saying, "This is what has been the cause of the trouble." The baby fell on the forehead of a large water monster, which was in the water at the bottom of the hole, and then the monster sank down in the water and took the baby down with it. And after that, the water ceased to rise towards this world, and has always remained at that level. The people wanted fire but didn't know how to get it. So, as if Coyote didn't get himself into enough trouble already, he went and stole the fire from the one god who hid it away from the rest of the people. He ran back and gave fire to the people and left the world as it is today.